Very good morning, students. Today I am going to summarize the third chapter of your book Flamingo, the Deep Water, written by William C. Douglas. Before I explain or summarize the chapter, I want you to write this brief description about writer in your classwork copy. So, in this story, Douglas talks about his fear of water and that he tells that how he finally overcomes it with strong willpower, courage, hard work, and firm determination. Once he took courage, the fear vanished. That shows most of our fears are baseless. Fear creates danger where there is none. The writer's experiences for the confirmation the proverbial truth where there is a will, there is a way. So here we see that there are few characters also in this characters and places. The main character of the essay is narrator himself, Mr. Douglas, and then there is YMCA pool, that is a swimming pool run by Young Man's Christian Association. YMC means Young Man's Christian Association, and Yakima is a US city located about 60 miles southeast of Mount Rainier in Washington. So let's begin the summary of this lesson. The story Deep Waters tells us how the writer overcomes his fear of water and learns swimming with sheer determination and willpower. He had developed a terror of water since childhood. When he was 3 or 4 years old, the writer had gone to California with his father. One day on the beach, their waves knocked the child down and swept over him. The child was terrified, but the father, who knew there was no harm, laughed. The experience was very bad, and it was a permanent fear of water in the child's subconscious mind. Still another incident, more serious, increased his terror. The writer was trying to learn swimming in the YMC pool in Yakima. One day, while he was waiting for the boys, those who used to come there to learn swimming, so he was waiting for them. A big boy suddenly played a dangerous prank and pushed him into the water. The writer was terribly frightened. He went down 9 feet into the water. Actually, the pool had different depth. From one side, the depth of the pool was about 4 to 5 feet, and another side 9 feet. So the writer, when he was sitting at that side where the depth of the pool was of 9 feet. So he went down 9 feet into the water. When he reached the bottom, he jumped upward with all his strength. He came up, but slowly, very slowly, and then he tried to catch hold of something like a rope but grasped only at water. He tried to shout, but no sound came out. He went down again. His lungs ached, head throbbed, and he grew dizzy. He felt paralyzed with fear. All his limbs were paralyzed. Only the movements of his heart told him that he was alive, means the life he could only feel. But in fact, slowly he was thinking himself that he is moving towards death. Again he tried to jump up, but this time his limbs would not move at all. He looked for ropes, ladder, and water, wings, but all in vain. Means everything was useless. he made many efforts. Then he went down again the third time, and this time all efforts and fear ceased. He was moving towards peaceful death, means he had accepted that he cannot come out of, and he cannot come on the surface of the water, and he cannot save his life. So the writer was in peace. In peace means he had accepted his death. So when he came to consciousness, he found himself lying on the side of the pool with the other boys nearby. The terror that he had experienced in the pool never left him. He haunted him. It haunted him, and we can say it was a very fearful scene. It haunted him for years and years to come. It spoiled many of his expeditions of swimming and fishing. It spoils his pleasure in main lakes, New Hampshire, Dutchess, Columbia, and Wumping Lake, etc. But the writer was determined to conquer his terror. He wanted to overcome his terror. He took help of a swimming instructor this time, and he started learning swimming from him. The instructor taught him various actions necessary in swimming part by part. He put his face under water and exhaled and inhaled, raising it above water. He practiced it for several weeks. He had to kick with his legs a few weeks on the side of the pool, and at last he combined all these actions and made the writer swim. He learned swimming, but the terror continued. So deep goes our childhood experiences, so fearful is the fear of fear. Whenever he was in water, the terror returned. Henceforward, the writer tried to terrorize terror itself. He tried to face the new challenge. When terror came, he confronted it by asking it sarcastically as to what it can really do to him. It was really a big question, and it seems to us that he was so much courageous. He plunged into the water as if to defy or to defeat the fear. Once he took courage, the terror vanished. He faced all the challenges deliberately in various places like the warm lake, but at last he conquered it, and he became a very good swimmer. So, through this lesson, we came to know that how a person, if he had firm determination to get something in life, can surely achieve it. My dear children, I want you to to develop the same sense of having or achieving something. You should have faith in you. You should never lose faith, and you should never give up. So with that, I'll end this class here. On next turn of your online English class, I'll make you write a few questions of this chapter. Actually, this chapter also during the class we had finished, and those who had still not written question answers from this chapter, I request them all to write a few questions. Of course, I'll make you write, rest you have to write yourself. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day.